So welcome back to Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave. I'm Rob Odie. This is Spotlight 39. Just like we do every time, we got another young man with another story to share. But before we get into it, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on because I'm dropping new content, new stories every day. Comment down below, tell me who you want to have on the show, and give me that thumbs up, man. That's the only way we're going to grow this channel, blow this thing up. Now that that's out the way, man, let's get into the fun part. This is about
Yeah.
you. Let's talk about you. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, and we'll go from there. The floor is yours.
Woo! Hey man, you done let it hot with that intro right there. I like how you did it, man. You came in smooth. But no, my name is Christian Miller, aka Fat Chris. I'm from Tampa, Florida. 6'6", class of 2022, 285 pounds. Defensive tackle, but I'm really an athlete, man. Just do it all. But yeah,
Get in where
that's
you
really
fit in, right?
yes, sir.
There you go. So you said class of 22, and you said from Tampa. Are you in Tampa right now, or are you in Georgia?
No, sir. I live in Atlanta, Georgia right now.
Okay, so you're down in the A, right?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be at the Under Armour camp down in Atlanta.
No, sir, man. I'm all Adidas, man. I'm all Adidas. Adidas All American, man.
All right, no worries,
Yes,
no
sir.
worries. I was just saying because I'm gonna be down there, be at the event. I'm gonna fly
Hey,
into.
but I will be I might be going down there with some of my homeboys because they finna go play. I won't be playing in it. I won't be like participating in it,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
might go down with my boys.
No, I'm
I
with
might
it.
go down with my boys. So
Yeah, if
if
that's
I
the
see
case.
you, if I see you, I'm gonna show you some love now.
There you go. I was gonna say, yeah. I mean,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a big dude, man. I'm not, very difficult to miss, right? Um,
Exactly.
but look, man, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. So let's talk about this year, right? So you being down in Georgia, right? You got the opportunity to throw on some pads and play some ball. Georgia seems to be a little bit more open than some of the places around the nation. So walk me through a little bit about, how your season went. What went well for you? And then on the flip side, what are some things that you want to improve upon or maybe work on, going into next year?
Man, really, you know how man, this year was really a roller coaster. Like it's kind of like we didn't know what the outcome was gonna be. Like we didn't know how everything was gonna turn out, but what we did do was just keep fighting and keep sticking to the plan. And our coaches kept us on. They kept us on point. I try to make sure I kept my head on point because it was very hard during this whole process. Just not knowing when you're gonna put on the pads, and then the pads came on, and then I county told us to take them off, and then we had to put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off. It was crazy. You know how Corona went down, but when we finally got to put them on, we went out there and we played. We played our butts off, and our season. We had 4 games. We had 4 games on that they took off that they counted as forfeit because it was
Wow.
because of transfer rules
Right.
that the state did that. So then we had went into playoffs as a fourth seed. So going on the road every week, but we fought our butts off to the last whistle. So we lost in the third round, but man, through all the ups and downs that season, man, I was just proud of my brothers because we went out there and we played our hearts out. And that's what our coaches. That's all they asked for us to just play to the last whistle. And we busted our butts into the last whistle. So that's one thing I was proud about. We came short, you know what I'm saying, but we back next year and we gonna handle business. That's for sure.
Look, man, you still got a lot of ball to play. And hopefully next year, things aren't as difficult, right?
Hey,
Coronavirus,
hopefully next
man,
year's
they
not
make
different.
coronavirus, made some things real difficult. And then, obviously a lot of state officials, local officials, they agree or disagree, tend to make things a little more difficult than some areas, right? So I'm here in
Yeah, you know how
Virginia.
they go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm here in Virginia, and thankfully, these boys finally get to throw on some pads and play some ball. I think today was the first actual game of their spring season, so it's a little different, but nonetheless, man, you got to throw on some pads, you got to play some ball, right? So
Exactly. So
going
grateful.
into next year, what's a key focus area for for you this off season? What are you going to really push and really work on to get that much better at, and perfect your craft going into your final year of high school?
Man, I feel like it's always something you can get better at. That's what I'm taught by a lot of people around me, my coaches, and I'm just trying to. I'm already a big athlete to be a D tackle. Like to play D tackle, I'm an athlete. Like I can
Oh
really
yeah,
do it all because I really molded into D tackle. So I was DN for most of my career, and then I got bigger and I molded into D tackle. But I took some of that DN athleticism with me, and really I was just saying, just being more athletic, like stretching. Like I made that a big part of my routine, like nightly, daily, like because people don't know, like young athletes. If you watch, like you watching this right now, I'm telling you, like stretching is very vital. Like you gotta stretch, like You got to stretch. Like, it's very important. And I really didn't take it serious, but it's very important because you're going to need your body 8 years from now, 10 years from now, 3 years from now, 30 years from now. You're going to need your body. So you got to take that and run with it. But what else I would say is probably just, like I've been working on, I go, don't play around with nobody at the point of attack. I'm so strong at the point of attack, but sometimes I play around, like, really, I'm just trying to get it and go, like, have that urge to go. But really, that's really my main things, like, just to have that urge to go and just get more and more athletic, because you can never stop getting athletic. So
That's it,
just
man.
get more and more athletic. So
The more explosive you are, the bigger you are,
more,
man. The better you
more
are, right?
explosive. That's another one too. Getting more explosive, just more explosive.
Yeah,
But yeah.
man. So with that, right? What do you got in the works for the off season? Are you a part of any training facilities? Do you got a specialty coach trainer? Are you part of any 7-on-7 type
Man,
off season
I,
programs?
listen. If you like, they need to make a big man 707, like a big man 707. All the O linemen, all D linemen. Let us go out there and run some rounds. That's all I gotta say. Man,
Look, man, I'm not gonna
I
lie
should
to
be
you.
playing 707.
Word through the grapevine, man. I think something like that's coming much sooner than you might think.
Ooh, don't give me hype, bro.
So we
Hey,
shall
don't get me
see.
hype now.
We shall see.
Hey, don't get me hype. Don't get me
So
hype now. But I go to Chuck Smith. That's my guy, man. We so tapped in. The older guys I was going to Chuck Smith was telling me I need to tap in. I need to tap in with him right now. So last year I tapped in with him last year, and ever since, every offseason I'm always training with Chuck Smith, down in North Gwinnett. So Chuck Smith and
okay.
Dad Smith, those my two pass rush trainers when I'm working on my get off and working on my hands and all types of stuff. So those are my trainers when it comes to that. And you got Jonathan. That's my strength and conditioning coach outside of school. He always getting me right with technique, showing me how to do different workouts and squats and certain stuff like that. So those are my main guys that I work out with during the off season.
Okay. So look, man, you're only you got all the right pieces in place, right? You're definitely in the right path to go wherever you want to go for your future. So that's super exciting, right? Now the question is, are you tackling the books like you tackle, the field? What's your grades looking like?
And listen, I'm finna give you the real spiel. So
Let's do
growing
it.
up, I was never really I always made a way to make sure I passed. But it's like, are you actually doing the work? And I had to really just attack my books like I was attacking the field, because like I had to tell myself, like, I'm gonna need school later on in life, and I didn't really realize that until I went to high school. Like, okay, I really need this. Like, I got to start playing around. I got to actually start doing stuff. So really, like, I always passed my classes, but I wasn't as attentive as I should be. So like, really, I would say to the young kids out there, really just, man, attack them books like you attack the field. It's very important. It's very vital. Like, man, I'm telling you, like, attack it. Especially when you come in high school, do not mess up, because it'll ruin you. I'm glad that I stayed on a smooth path, because I'm doing good right now. I got 3.0 GPA,
There you
so
go.
I'm doing real good right now. 3.0, real smooth. But I would say just do not go off on a rough start, because it's not gonna get better fast. It's gonna take off slow. So
That's it,
yeah.
man. So the question I'm gonna ask is, what's your freshman year look like? When you came in, was that a learning year for you, or did
Say
you
it
come
again.
out of or did you come out of eighth grade thinking, you know what, now is the time to take it serious?
Say it again.
I said, your freshman year, right? So I know I talked to a lot of different student athletes, and a lot of times freshman year is like a learning year, right? You go in, you don't necessarily find your way, you don't take the books as serious, and then it catches up to them, right? So is that something that you experienced, or did you come out of eighth grade thinking, you know what, the time, the playtime's over, now it's time to be, become the person I want to be?
Man, I really got to be honest. It was really a 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I had a
Okay,
mindset of had a mindset of I got to take it serious, and I had a mindset of yeah, I don't know, yada yada yada. Because I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. So I went my ninth grade year. I went to school in Tampa, and it was called
okay,
Zephyr Hills Christian Academy. I went to Zephyr Hills Christian Academy in Tampa, and going there, they work a little bit different than the regular high schools did. So I was always kind of like it's your own pace work, so you can do it at your own pace, basically. So I was kind of like, I get it done when I get it done. Even though, thank God, I passed with a 3.5 GPA that my ninth year. I was just kind of like, I get when I get it done.
Right.
Even though it was like it was like your pace, but I was kind of like just procrastinating, and I always had one foot in and one foot out. When really I should just have both in. But it taught me a valuable lesson, and I'm glad I went through it because it taught me a lesson. And I came in the high school like, one day I was like, I'm finna attack the books, and the next day it's like, I'm finna do this. You know how us teenagers think like, I'm finna do this in high school because I never, you know what I'm saying? So like that's basically how it was until I caught reality.
I was gonna say, man, I know personally my freshman year, I went in trying to figure life out, right? I didn't play any high school sports because of an injury, prior, but freshman year, man, it was a learning year, right? And then the more and more I talk
Exactly.
to, the student athletes these days, I'm 35, so I've been out of school for a little while. But even today, it still seems like a learning year for a lot of people, coming into ninth grade and just kind of figuring out what you want to do in life and who you want to become. So I was just curious on if that was just a similar situation for yourself. Um, but look, man. So
Exactly. I feel like it was a learning year in all aspects of everything. Like even on the football field, like, I was getting smacked around in practice. Like I went from getting smacked around to doing the smacking around. But like, boy, I tell you, like it was like, I'm gonna give you a story. Like it was a lineman. He's 6'4", 320-pound lineman. He played at FAU now. His name is Malik Jones.
okay,
And when I take my ninth grade year, I was playing DN, and I used to have to squeeze, and he'd come around to pull block me. When I tell you he cleaned me every time, like to clean me every time, but it taught me like it really taught me a lesson. Like it taught me how to like, cause everybody got a dog in them, but it's like it takes something to bring it out, really.
oh
Some
yeah,
people just already have it out of them, but some people you gotta bring it out of him. But he really like made me like tap into my dog mentality, really. So it was kind of like, dang, I was like, damn, I wasn't ready. Like, he was that big. And I was like, 6'3". I'm 6'6", 285 pounds. In ninth grade, I was 6'3",
shoot.
235. Like, 235. Like, get it.
So
Like,
you were ready to
man.
go straight out the gate, and then you realize, look, man, so, size doesn't know, always relate to results, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But look, man, you learned quite a bit since then, though, right?
Man, I learned a lot. I done been through a lot, learned a
Yep.
lot, lived a lot, you know what I'm saying? So, but the main thing is I learned from all my mistakes. You just gotta learn from them. You can't let it happen.
No,
You can't let it happen too many times and not learn from it. That's my advice to the young generation, to the kids that's younger than me. Like, learn from your mistakes. We make mistakes, we human, but you
that's
gotta
it.
learn. That's the
Yeah,
main
for
thing.
sure. So look, man, you got the grades, right? You obviously got the talent, you got the size, you got the personality, you got all the things to make you, a power five next level, caliber player, right?
Yes, sir.
But what's the road to get there? So obviously, we talked offline and I said, your recruiting process is for you and your time. However, I'm just gonna, ask, at what point did it start for you? What was your breakthrough moment? What was the point when you got your first phone call, text message, DM? If you don't mind me asking.
Of course, I'm gonna have to bust it down to you. It's crazy. It's a funny story. I'm in the locker room, and I'm in the locker room, and we playing around in the locker room, just being teenagers in the locker room. This is my 10th grade year, mid-season, 10th grade year, mid-season. I'm in the locker room playing around. We in there, like we was in it. Me and teammates was just in there fooling around. So I thought my coach called me in his office because we was fooling around pregame. I thought we was gonna get in trouble about it. So my coach called me in. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get in trouble. He called me and he said it all sad. He was like, Christian, come to my office. And I'm like, okay. So I came in his office. Man, it's Kentucky sitting right there next to him. Like the coach from
Oh,
Kentucky was sitting right there next to him. And I was like, whoa. In my head, I'm like, whoa, this ain't real, man. Like, I didn't see my teammates go. I said, I didn't see my teammates go through the process, but I'm like, bro, this ain't real. He's like, Chris, we love your attitude. We love everything about you. And we want to be the first ones to offer you. We feel like you're gonna be great. So we want to be the first one to offer you. You got an offer from Kentucky. And when I tell you, I bawled my eyes out, man, because like
it's life
people don't
changing
know
though, right?
like people don't know my story. They don't know where I came from. They don't know like how they don't know how I really got this out the mud. Like I really worked for all of this. Everything that I have, I worked for, and I done
That's what
been
this
through a lot.
platform's for,
You
right
said
here.
what?
I said that's what this platform's for, man. Everybody's got a story to
Exactly.
share, and everybody's
E-
story can impact somebody in a positive way.
Exactly. Like really, man. Like I was at a point. I'm finna get real deep. Like I was at a point in my life where I broke my leg. I broke my leg, and you know what I'm saying. I never broke my leg before. I never really. I'm a happy person. I'm always vibing, chilling. But that was a depressing time in my life. You know what I'm saying. I'm down. Not knowing if I was gonna like really the way I broke my leg was a little bit bad, and the doctor was like, he don't know if I'm gonna play football ever again. And this is my ninth grade year. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, I don't know. And I'm down. I'm in my head about a lot of stuff. And I come from a Christian home. And of course, I trust God through the whole process, but it was hard to. 'Cause I was in my head about a lot of
Sure.
stuff. I was in my head about a lot of stuff. Just take every day. It just felt so long, not knowing if I was gonna have physical therapy, which I didn't have physical therapy because it was something that was going on. So I had to do my own physical therapy, and it instead of 3 months, I had to do it for 8 months. So it took a long. So I had a long off season. So from I broke my leg October, and it lasted all the way to August. Like August is when I had got cleared right before the season, and
Oh
that's when I
wow.
had moved. And exact like,
So that
and
was
I
freshman to sophomore, right?
yeah, freshman and sophomore year, and really, I quit football for a point in time in my life. Like, I was done with
Wow.
it. Like, I was fed up with it, because I was just in my head about a lot of stuff. But I got on my knees and I prayed to God, and God said, "Listen, I'm putting you through this for a reason." And I'm questioning myself, like, why? Like, why am I going through this? Like, why am I really going through this? And He said, I'm putting you through this for a reason. I put my soldiers to the hardest battles. I'm like, okay. He put His strongest soldiers to the hardest battles. So I'm like, okay. And one morning, I got up and I ran. Got up and kept running and kept running for like 3 weeks straight. And I told my parents, I walked in their room, they on the bed.
So you walked
And
in feeling like Forrest Gump.
yeah, I walked in. I said, Mom, Dad, I want to play football again. And he was like, I knew you was gonna say that. And he was like, that's why I didn't press you, because I knew it was gonna come to you, but it had to come to you by yourself. I couldn't be the one to say nothing to you. And I was like, I'm ready. So then I went to Atlanta, was chilling up there at my auntie's house in Ellenwood, Georgia. And I was chilling, chopping it up with her. And we decided to make the move up here to Georgia to come to Cedar Grove. And my life changed, man. Life changed. I went to a program who took me in, who loved me, who cherished me, who showed me love, who was on me, who was hard on me, but they wanted to see me win. They wanted to see me grow. And I went from literally to an All-American, and I'm blessed. And I just thank God for all of this, because it didn't happen easy, but you know, still learning, still getting better. But that's really the story when it comes to it. It's
That's
crazy.
it, man. Look, man,
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing that, man. That's that's what it's about. Like I said, man, this platform is all about everybody's got a story to share, man, and it's always interesting because you're probably one of the the higher profile individuals in your class, right? And
Yes, sir.
a lot of people in your position could be real Hollywood and really soak up a lot of things and kind of get their heads bigger than what they should be, and then we talk to you, right? And you just break it down to day one and really just got raw and got deep, and you're more than willing to share your story. So I appreciate that, man.
Of
Um,
course. That's
so
what I'm here.
look, if you don't mind me asking, so Kentucky was in the locker room, right? And then obviously it was I would assume a domino effect from there, because that tends to be the
Domino.
situation, right? Um,
Domino.
at what point did you become an All American, an Adidas All American, I should say? Shout out to Adidas, right?
Man, shout out to Adidas, man. Three Stripe Life, man. I appreciate y'all for real. But nah, man, it's crazy. It's real crazy because it happened a month ago. But
Okay.
it took some time, man. It really took some time, like really. And that's something that I always like. Sometimes I was telling my parents, like, I don't even like, Ma, I don't even care about committing to college. I want to keep it to the All American Bowl. Like I was like, that's always been my dream. Watching players like Richard LeCount and Raekwon McMillan growing up, watching players like them go to the All American Bowl.
Man,
And
it's a fun game to watch.
exactly, I always dreamed about being in that game, and now it's like, dang, it's really real. But
Now, see,
I
now
was
you
on
got
my
to connect me with somebody, so I can get my media credentials, so I can,
hey,
be there for the game.
hey, I got you. You know you family now. You know I got you. But nah, man, it happened so crazy. Like it happened so crazy because like, I work my butt off for everything. Always working, but I came from a workout and I was in the house and Rusty Manziel called me. Shout out to Rusty. He called me, he was like, Chris, Um, you done got so much better. You done worked your butt off. It was like, we think you one of the best, probably one of the top D lineman prospects in the country, and we want to offer you to come to the All-American Bowl. I said, Rusty, stop playing with me, man. I said, man,
No question. Where do I sign up?
I said, Rusty, stop playing with me, man. I started crying, man. You know, I started getting emotional because I work hard. I was like, I'm committed right now. I said, when can I commit, man? I'm trying to commit right now. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get live. But yeah, man, it's crazy.
So
Crazy.
so pretty much everything came full circle within the last year and some change, right?
Yeah, and it's crazy. Everything happened in the last year, but it felt like it's been the last 4 years because it's
Right.
everything.
Look,
Every
2020 is one for the books, man. Like that's got us feeling
2020,
all kinds of different.
2020 is 4 years in one. Like
That's
literally,
it.
everything happens just like so, like fast,
That's it.
slow. It's like a roller coaster. Really, that's all I can really say about it. It's a roller coaster. But this year taught me patience. Like my more advice that I would give to the people that's the younger kids that's not my age, I would say have patience. Like don't worry about the offers, don't worry about none of that stuff because when you don't worry about it, it's gonna come.
That's
Like
it.
when you like I promise you, when you keep worrying about it, always thinking about it, it's not gonna come. When you don't worry about it, then that's when it comes. Like trust me, if you work, the sky is the limit. If you work, got a good mindset, and you praise the people that's ahead of you, and you shout out and you love the people that's ahead of you, and you don't hate and you share love, it's gonna come right back to you. I promise you. I promise you it's gonna come right back to you. I
Nope, man.
promise
You a real deep dude, and I appreciate that.
you. Yes, sir.
You just keep it 100. And I like it, man. So look,
Yes,
I'm
sir,
not going
man.
to take up a whole lot more of your time. We're just going to jump into to the next segment, which I think is probably the most important. You know, we can freeze the whole football talk because you got all the talent in the world. But let's talk about you as an individual, man. Let's talk about who you are outside of the game. So when you're not playing football, working out, you know, thinking about football, hell, when you're not playing Madden on the sticks, who are you as a person? What are you involved with? What do you like to do?
Man, I'm a goofy. I'm a goofy, funny
Nah, man, not you.
Yeah, bro, I'm just hey, listen, bro, I'm goofy. Like I crack jokes all the time. I'm always having fun, high energy all the time. Always on my game. Always just I'll be chilling. Like, I probably would say like I'm a cool, chill, laid back, funny, high energy, respectful, cool type of guy. Like really like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What do you like to do, man? You more of an outdoors kind of guy, man. You in your
hey,
house, you playing video
I'm
games, you shopping, you collecting bunny rabbits. You tell me, man.
hey,
What do you like to do?
I probably say it's a balance. Like I like to be in the house sometimes. I like to go out sometimes. It's probably a balance. But I'm going to school for theater arts, drama. So I want to be an actor. That's
Okay,
like that's what I
that's
really want
respectable.
to do. Yeah, that's what I really want to do. I want to be an actor. And so I do be studying. I be doing script readings in the house all the time, just practicing. And some
You be in
other
the
stuff
school
that I do.
plays? You in the drama
You saying
club?
what?
I see you be in school
Yeah,
plays, drama
so
club.
we actually, my school didn't have a drama club, which I was mad about, but now we getting one my last
Okay,
year. But I'm graduating early, so I ain't gonna have a chance to really do what I want to do, but I'm gonna get a little glimpse of it before I graduate. But yeah, I kind of do my own little thing at the house, but really like I'm a little game head. I'm on the game, so if you on the game, I can really get you to work, man.
okay.
Honestly.
What games we
That-
playing?
that- man, we gonna hop on that Madden, hop on that little 2K, you know, it is what it is.
We PlayStation, we Xbox.
You give me Xbox, you give me Xbox vibes.
No.
My dog, yeah, we on the P4 with it. I'm gonna send you my gamer tag after this. We on the P4 with it.
Let's
Yes,
do it.
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man. So look,
Yes, sir.
man, I appreciate you taking the time. This was a good time, man. I hope you had fun. I had some fun.
Definitely.
I think you know people can learn a lot from this conversation. I'm excited to get it out there. But before we close it out, I'm gonna do it the same way I do every single time, and I'm gonna ask you what motivates and what drives you to want to wake up tomorrow and be that much more successful than you were today.
Man, what motivates me is really I feel like you gotta have a goal in life. And when you have that goal and you set that goal, you gotta live by it every day. I feel like I know what I want to do later on in life, and it just motivates me because I'm human. I'm gonna get off a track sometime. We all
That's it.
do, but it's a matter of thinking about your goal and getting back on track. And when you get back on track, it's over with. So really just thinking about my goals, thinking about what I want to do later in life, and getting my parents and my family out of the situation that you in, and just being able to provide later on in life for your family. Just think about stuff like that, and really that just motivates me and keep me working. But for all the younger kids, younger generation, man, find y'all motivation. Find what motivates you and stick to it, because it's gonna help you. Motivation is key. I promise you.
That's it,
Sure.
man. Words of advice, very strong from a guy that knows exactly what to do. I appreciate you jumping on, especially on
Yeah,
short
sure.
notice. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we get to stay in contact. Like I said, if I come down to the A, hopefully we get to link up. In the
Definitely. So
meantime, I'm gonna be following you, man. I'm waiting to see where you go, what you're gonna call home for the next 4, ish years,
exactly.
and
Hey, y'all
I'm gonna
stay
watch you
y'all
on
stay
Saturdays.
tuned for that too. Man, committing April 4th. Y'all stay tuned.
April
2 o'clock.
4th.
April 4th, 2 o'clock. Don't be late to the show. We're gonna be live. Don't be late. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Yes,
with
sir.
it.
And another thing is too, why would you not subscribe to my boy Rob, man? Subscribe right now. Leave a comment. You know how that goes. Yes,
Look,
sir.
man.
All
Look,
that.
I like you that much more.
All that.
I'm gonna close it out with this. I'm Rob Odie. This was Spotlight 39. Until next time, we'll stay in contact. I'll talk to you.